I'd come, but I wouldn't find nothing. She knew that, well, I worked with her, and everything else, but anyhow, she was a good friend of mine.
So what was your favorite thing that you ever bought from Mervyn Cons? I know you said about the pajamas.
The what, honey?
You said about you still have those pajamas from Mervyn Cons. What was your favorite thing that you bought there?
What, the bigger thing I bought?
Yes.
Oh, my shoes.
Your shoes.
Oh, Lord.
What
yes.
kind of shoes were they?
Well, I would buy the Red Cross, and in those days we had wedges. You see, the slip-on wedges with the wedges about this high would just go to the. You ever heard of wedges?
Yes, I have some.
Well, I'd buy me some like that, and then if I needed tennis shoes, I would get the kids the tie tennis shoes, for us to go walking if we'd go on vacation or something.
So did you go to Mervyn Cons just to like socialize with your friends? Was it like a?
Oh, I would go. Well, I didn't have much time. You see, they were open from 9 to 5, and I worked at the bank. We'd be working, and I would stay in touch with them and everything else. But I couldn't go just visit at the store unless I was on vacation.
Yeah.
Because when you work.
Because if you were at the bank, you're probably there from 9 to 5.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, oh yeah, because the bank, in the way the door is closed, you don't stop working. You got plenty of work to do.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of. It probably takes another hour to close up. So let's talk about working at Mervyn Cons.
Okay.
So was your first job at Mervyn Cons?
No, I worked at Cash and Carry first. That's a grocery store. We had a Cash and Carry. I don't know if you ever passed in front of the Bank of Commerce, but right across the street it's now a revival church or something, but it was Cash and Carry at the time, a grocery store. And I was working in the meat department.
Did you like working there?
Yeah, I always liked working, and I liked people, so I enjoyed my work wherever I worked.
What was your second job?
My second job was Mervyn Cons.
And then next you worked at the bank?
Yeah.
Have you worked anywhere else?
Well, no, but you see, I worked, at Cash and Carry, I worked about a year. See, then 55 I started in Mervyn Cons, and I worked 10 years there. And then I started working at the bank, and I worked 28 and a half years there, so that was long enough.
Yeah, I think so. I've only been working for like 4 or 5 years, so.
I know.
So how did you get the job at Mervyn Cons?
I just went there one day and talked to some of my friends there, because I'd buy there, you see. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, go get, I had to go talk to Mr. Jankow. That was Mr. Leo Khan's son-in-law. And I talked to him, and they fill out the application. They hired me.
So did you have to do like an interview, or you just go and...
Not those days too. Well, I did they gave me an application, I filled it out, and they went over it, and then they called me and told me if I wanted to go work, I could.
Was there anybody that they wouldn't hire? Like...
Do what, honey?
Was there anyone that they wouldn't hire at Mervyn Cons? Do you remember? Like if you were pregnant, would they hire you, or if...
You mean if they had what? How would you say?
Was there anybody that they wouldn't hire at the store?
I never knew if they did. I do know that, no, not there. I'd heard about one girl that had gotten pregnant. It wasn't at Mervyn Cons. It was another place that they had let her go. In those days, my God, it was, if you're not married, it was terrible to be pregnant and not married. But in today's world, you see that.
Yeah, you see that everywhere.
Every corner.
So was this the place to work? Did everybody want to work there?
Oh yeah, Mervyn Cons was I mean, well, not that we made a lot of money, but they paid better than a grocery store or something like that, you know. And we, I mean, they had room for plenty clerks because there was a lot of departments.
Let's see. Do you remember how much you were paid?
Well, at one time when I first started working there, I was making all of $35 a month. In today's world, I might make $35 a day.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, about $35 a day for full time.
Yeah.
So did you have to be trained for your job?
Well, the girls in the shoe department, they had to show me how to measure a foot. I mean, you don't do that when you, because I was working on a farm before, you know, when I lived in the country. So they just showed me how to, you know, measure the foot and then make your slip and everything. I mean, they had the one that was there the longest, which was Miss Effie Hebert, and she had showed me a lot, and so did Hazel Trahan. But they both deceased, poor babies.
Do you remember your first day at work?
Well, I guess so. I was kind of nervous. You know, I had never worked in a big department store like that. I had worked at like I told you, at a grocery store. But I was a little, but everybody made me feel very comfortable.
So they're all very friendly.
Oh yeah. So it didn't take me long.
Settled right in. So you worked at the shoe department. Did you just measure feet, and what else did you do?
Well, we had to go get the shoes in the back, in the bins in the back, and you know, they'd tell us what type of shoe they wanted, and when we knew what size they wanted, we would go get the box and come put them on. And sometimes they wouldn't like that. We had to go we'd had, you know, bring shoes out, but they just like when you go in like at dealers or anybody else where you buy shoes, they just come and bring you out some shoes and show them to you.
Let's see, did you get any benefits for working there? Did you get an employee discount?
Yes, we did.
Was it a good employee discount?
Well, in those days, I guess we thought it was fabulous. Yeah, we get a discount for our clothing and stuff. It was like, I don't know if it was 10-15% or something like that, but whatever. I don't remember.
I was always afraid if I worked in a clothing store, I'd spend all my money there.
You wouldn't have come out with no money at all.
No,
huh?
I'd be owing them money at the end of the month. So was the job, was it high pressure or was it kind of laid back?
No, it wasn't. It was, I always liked people. And there were so many nice customers that would come, and while we were waiting on them, we'd had a conversation with them. I never felt any kind of pressure.
Let's see. Did you ever have to worry about losing your job, or?
No, I never had to. I didn't worry about that. I mean, they weren't the type of people that they really would have had to have. I really don't know.
My tape stopped. Let's see.
Well, we talk too much.
I don't know why. Let's see. Maybe I need to flip it over. Yep. There we go. Okay.
And
we talk so much.
That's what I'm saying. We talk too much. Actually, I do not remember while I was working there. I don't remember them firing anybody. They didn't. You just, when you had a job at working Cons, you had a job for as long as you went to work. I mean, you know.
That's good.
They had. I mean, there was a lot of workers, but they worked there for years and years and years. And some people, that's the only job they ever had. But you know,
it seems like it would have been a great place to work.
It was. It was a very good place to work.
Did you have sick leave, or did you get days off, holidays off?
I don't really remember if we had sick leave. We had vacation, but sick leave, I can't remember. I don't think so. But maybe it's just that I don't remember. Well, I was never sick. What I'm saying, you know, I was, thank God.
Very healthy then.
I was very healthy, and I'm still healthy, you know. So I didn't, like at Rain State Bank, I don't think we had sick leave either. Maybe we did, but like I said, I was never sick, so I never had to use it.
Yes, I don't think I've ever used sick leave.
That's what I'm saying, you know.
So what was your first sale? Like, do you remember who and what you sold? What was the first thing that you sold?
Oh my God! Well, I sold a pair of shoes or two, but I never should have remember exactly which one. But I can't remember. I couldn't tell you who my first customer was. I promise you, I couldn't. I don't remember. But I mean, look, that's a long time ago.
There was probably a lot of people that you sold shoes
Yeah,
to.
you see a lot of pictures. And I knew a lot of people in Rain because I was now living in Rain, you see. And